In this video, I'm going to explain why a high ticket sales job is the best sales job that you could have and why everyone that gets into this has the ability to make $15,000 a month doing this. So a high ticket sales job is a sales job for an internet business that sells a digital product. That means the product is on the internet. It's delivered over the internet. It's not a physical product that you can hold in your hand. What are examples of these products? That could be coaching programs, mentorships, communities that you see people selling all over social media. It could be marketing service like Facebook ads or YouTube ads. It could be any type of marketing agency, lead generation, email marketing, internet courses. Lots of software is going to be high ticket. So any of these things, you could be a salesperson for these products or services. Now, why are sales jobs for these internet businesses so lucrative for you? First, in any sales job, there's going to be a couple of things that will make you or give you the ability to be more successful. And that is one, the business having a really good product or service that's expensive that people want to buy. They're coming to you to buy it. And if you have a consistent, unlimited flow of warm inbound leads, and then you also have a product that people want to buy, if you have those two things, you will make a shitload of money in sales, period. So if you're selling something expensive that people want to give you money for, and you always have these people coming and scheduling calls with you, it's pretty hard for you to not make good money doing that, unless you were just completely trying to fail or you have brain damage. And any good role in the high ticket space is going to give you both of those things that I mentioned. If the sales team on an internet business is making a lot of money, the business definitely has those two things dialed. So most of these high ticket products are going to cost thousands of dollars, and you as the salesperson are going to make a few $100s on every sale. And since people want to buy these products and services, you don't have to convince them to do it. And you're constantly speaking to these people, so you're going to make these sales consistently all the time. It's not very hard to understand. You make lots of consistent sales, you get paid a lot for each sale, so you as a salesperson have the ability to make a lot of money. Now, if I know a business's specific numbers, I get the data, I can tell you exactly how much money you're going to make. 10% commission is going to be standard in high ticket sales. And when you get more experience, they'll move you up to 15%. There's other different commission percentages that you can get into, but 10% is going to be standard. That's pretty much going to be the floor. So if a business is doing $300K a month, 10% of that revenue is going to be $30K. Remember, you are taking all the calls, so all the sales go through you. That means you are responsible for all those sales. It's equaling that $300K a month. However, a business that's doing $300K a month is likely going to have two closers because that's a ton of sales calls. So if you divide $30K by 2, you've got $15K a month. Now, this is just a rough example that is accurate, but it's to give you some more clarity on how this works. So with internet businesses having insane profit margins on products that cost $5,000, $10,000 and more, it's very easy for anyone to reach these numbers as a salesperson if they just stick with it. Some of the stupidest people I have ever met make $20,000 a month and above doing this every month just because they've been doing this for a while. And by a while, I mean like 2 to 3 years, which isn't even a while. Now, why do people want to buy these products so much? Because they solve actual pains and problems in someone's life. So what's an example of this? Any coaching program is typically going to be based around problems that people have that they desperately want to solve, that keep them up at night. They lay awake at night thinking, I need to solve this fucking problem, I'm miserable. So we're not trying to reduce their electric bill with solar panels. Wow, no one cares, you know? But they do desperately want to make more money and get out of their shit job. And they desperately want to improve their relationships, right? The person that's laying next to them doesn't like them anymore. They want to fix that problem. They desperately want to improve their health. It's causing them pain or some type of restriction all day, right? Or they don't want to be a fat ass anymore, right? Or businesses want to make more money desperately. Anything you sell to a business is going to be based around them making more money, okay? So all these things I just mentioned, people want to solve these problems and they want to buy something that will solve them. People don't desperately want to buy solar, you know? When you come to their door and you're like, hey, if you let me do major fucking construction on your house and install these massive fucking panels on your roof, you're going to save $378 a year in electricity. They're not like, holy fuck, where's my wife? Honey, come here, you got to hear this shit. Hold up, can we buy this now? Can we pay you extra money for this? You know, they don't care. They're like, you just interrupted me while I was working and you came and knocked on my door and you're trying to sell me what? You want to do construction on my house? People don't want to buy that. However, they do desperately want to make more money. They desperately want to solve their relationship problems. They desperately want their business to succeed. So when there is a solution for that, they will hand you money for that before you even finish the pitch. What's another example of this? Marketing services. Like I said before, businesses desperately want to make more money. Okay, and they are going to have to run, these days, paid ads at some point if they want to continue to scale. And paid ads are very difficult to dial in, especially if you've never done them before and you have no idea what you're doing. And businesses don't like to spend money and not see a return. So they don't want to figure that out on their own. So they want to hire an agency to just solve that problem for them so that their business starts spitting out money more easily. Understand? And most people, I find when you say sales, the general masses, the sheeple, they're familiar with like regular sales jobs. So most people have done one shitty sales job or they know someone who has, and in that sales job, they either didn't make shit or it was really hard to make sales. They had to go get their own leads, etc. It was just a miserable experience. So that's what they think sales is, because most businesses suck, and this is why most sales jobs suck. And most businesses just hire salespeople and make you do the marketing, not the sales. And they just hope you're going to go create all the business out of thin air because they were too lazy to do that themselves as the business owner. And they hope you're going to be some kind of wizard fucking magician and just snap your fingers and start making the business money when he couldn't make the money for the business himself. This is most sales jobs. So these businesses that I just mentioned, they don't have any lead generation in place. They don't have marketing systems in place because they're lazy and they suck at business. So the salespeople cannot succeed. Internet businesses have things in place that solve these problems I just mentioned. And the biggest one is running social media content. If you want someone to buy your product or service, you have to put it in front of their face first, right? People don't just wake up and start thinking about your specific business. So when a business consistently posts content on the internet about their niche, their product that solves a specific problem for a group of people, inevitably, because of AI and the algorithm, that content is going to reach those people, the right people, and you're going to catch their attention, and they're at some point going to schedule a call and buy. Or they're just going to start following you, watching the content every day for days, weeks, sometimes months, and then they will go and schedule a call and buy. Social media content is just like free advertising, running 24/7 all the time. It is the greatest development in business since one caveman traded his sack of tools to another caveman for his woman or something like that, you know, whatever the first business transaction was. So social media content is free to post. It's there forever. Like I'm constantly seeing reels that are like, I'm like, well, this is like months old and it just popped up on my feed. So it's constantly being reshown to people. People look at it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's not like you have to make them watch it. They're already watching it for you. And the concept here is that the longer people see something, the more likely they are to buy it because they are familiar with it. And if it speaks to their problems, they're going to buy it. This concept alone keeps a large amount of warm inbound lead flow coming in, and it's what makes this such a fantastic opportunity for salespeople. I can't even explain, like in a video, how this is the best sales job I've ever had. And I've done sales my whole life. I've had more sales jobs than I could count. Like this is the one. This is the hymn of sales jobs. Now, people have also been doing paid advertising on social media for a long time, and online businesses are going to do that as well. So if a business combines the free content with the paid traffic, now you're really cooking. But paid ads cost money, like we talked about before, which that is going to cut into the business's profits, which is going to cut into your sales commission. So the social media content is the hero here. When you have that content running and you have organic free leads coming in, that cuts down on the business's costs, their ad costs, big time. It allows them to make more money each month because they're not having to pay to acquire this customer. It's coming free from social media. And for you, the salesperson, to make good money, 10K plus a month at least, selling to people who already want to buy, that's what makes this possible. So at the end of the day, this is still just a sales role. You get paid on commission, you take sales calls, you walk people through a sales process, and you close them. But I have had, like I said before, all types of sales jobs. Some of them were great, some of them were the depths of hell. But even in the best sales job, like my tech role, there were still things that sucked. Like the corporate environment, the super long sales cycles. Like I sweat for months to get these big deals. But in high ticket sales, it just, to me, checks every box. So you take calls with people who are warm, they want to buy, You don't do any lead generation. You can make 10, 20K a month and beyond. You have freedom and flexibility. There's no corporate atmosphere. And the people who run internet businesses are generally pretty cool and don't give a fuck what you do as long as you're making sales. Translation, they're going to leave you alone. In corporate, there were like 19 people breathing down my neck every 3 minutes, even though I was the top salesperson at the company. Like, I'm like, what? You want me to make sales or like listen to your stupid fucking like pointless shit you're trying to tell me? You know, that's most like corporate roles. So more on high ticket sales. You can work wherever. Obviously it's remote. Make the sales, stack the money. People let you do what you want. In good roles, which there are tons of, you don't have to cold call, and all the people that you speak to have been pre-screened and pre-sold to some degree, so that when you do get on meetings with them and calls with them, you can be assured you're not going to spend all day on the phones with morons who have no idea what you're selling or if they even want to buy this. Or you can go back to selling cars, knocking on people's doors that want to shoot you, trying to sell them things they don't really want to buy. And you know that they don't want to buy it too, which makes it even worse. At the end of the day, you just want to put yourself in the best vehicle to succeed, and high ticket sales is the best one that I have found. That's the end of the video. If you want my help getting a closer role or a setter role, go to the links in the description. Until next time.